Okay, so for our flow today, you do not need a mat. If you want to use a mat, it's a really good addition to your practice, but by no means is it necessary. You just need a soft, flat area with room to move a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start on our backs with the knees bent and the arms teed out to the side. Okay. And at first, we're just going to find some belly breaths. So we're actually going to, let's bring the hands back to the belly. And we're going to inhale and let the belly rise as the rib cage expands on the inhale. Then as I exhale, I draw the belly in, I draw the abdominals in, and I should feel my pelvic floor lift. And I hold that contraction until I need to inhale again. Exhale, draw in. And let you go 3 or 4 more with your own breath here. And as you guys are doing this, I want you all to remember that yoga is a breathing practice. It's a breathing exercise. So although we're moving through ranges of motion and stretching out the body, what I want you to bring your attention and your awareness to is to your breathing. And sometimes calming and relaxing music can help get you into that more relaxed state as well. So you can throw some gentle music on in the background if you'd like to. Okay, let's tee those arms out to the side. We're just going to find some windshield wipers here, keeping the feet on the ground, letting the knees go side to side. Okay, and we're going to involve the arms here now. Okay, so whatever way my legs fall, I'm going to turn that hand down. I'm going to go back and forth here. Okay, and I can turn my head the opposite way of my legs. And notice how I'm rolling my arms. We're just going to go back and forth here. Let's let the legs fall over to the left. They're going to stay there for 3 breaths. Inhale those legs up to neutral. Exhale, send them off to the right. And with each exhale, just trying to sink a little bit deeper into each stretch. Inhale those legs up to neutral. We'll bring one knee to the chest. Give it a gentle squeeze. The other leg can go long here if we want to focus on separating our hips more. You can find a little bit of motion here. Let's release and switch. Okay, let's go ahead one more time each side. Single knee to chest. You can also grab here at the hamstring. Just relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Let's switch last time here. Okay, and now we're going to leave this knee here. We're going to cross it over the body. Okay, so we're going to find a thoracic and hip stretch here. If you want more of a back stretch, leave this opposite, this left arm and shoulder on the ground. If you want more of a hip stretch, this hand can come here for support. You can even push that hip a little bit this way. Okay, we're going to come out of this stretch. This leg's going to come behind us as we set up for a quad stretch. Okay, so sinking here, should get a nice stretch on the front of the leg. If you're not getting a big stretch, you can move this foot closer to the hips a little bit. And let's go ahead and lower and find that single knee to chest crossover one more time. Crossing that leg over. Again, hand can stay here. I can look opposite to really stretch out the spine, or I can bring the hand to the hip, apply gentle pressure as I work a little deeper into this motion here. And last time, we're going to sit up to the forearm, swing this leg behind us for a quad stretch. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and switch. We're going to find a quad stretch on the opposite side. Bring this leg behind us now, just sitting up on the forearm. And we're slowly gonna lower as we do a single knee to chest and cross this leg over the body. Now the other knee is crossed, looking the opposite way. I can stay here, or again, I can bring that hand to the small of my back or my hip for a little bit of assistance. One more time, we're going to inhale up to the quad stretch. Adjusting as necessary to get a nice stretch to the front of the leg here. And one more time, all the way back to our backs. Single knee to chest, cross it over the body. Okay, let's inhale both feet to the ground here. Let's stay in this stance and just notice how the spine and the body feels after some subtle rotations. From here, we're going to bring both knees into the chest, and we're just going to roll little tiny circles on the SI joint, or the low back and the pelvic area. And let's go ahead and switch directions with those circles, using the ground or the mat below you, kind of like a foam roller for the low back and the hips. And now we're going to start to roll head to toe. So I'm going to roll just like this a few times and use the ground to massage out some vertebrae a little bit. On this next roll, I'm going to actually cross my feet and come to a tabletop position. Okay. We'll come here just like this. If your mat moves, you can just reset it. So we're now in a 4-point stance. Hips are over knees, shoulders are over wrists. We're going to inhale the head up and the hips out. Exhale, we're going to round the spine. Inhale, head up, hips out. Exhale, round the spine. Let's go one more. Inhale, head up. Exhale, round the spine. And we'll come to neutral. Okay, so the next move we're going to do is downward dog. It's a somewhat advanced pose, but I'm going to walk you through it and make it nice and simple for you. Okay, so you're going to walk your knees back just a little bit so your hips are slightly in front of your knees. Okay, I'm going to keep my knees bent as I lift my hips into the air and keep a nice neutral back. I'm going to try not to round my back like this too much when I go into my downward facing dog. So neutral position, I'm going to get really strong in my fingertips. We don't want to press into the heels of our hand too much. You got to be strong in your fingertips, okay? So strengthen the fingertips, knees stay bent. Head comes in between the shoulders. I'm looking in between my legs. I can pedal out my feet. Let's stay here for one more breath. We're going to drop our knees. We're going to lower to our chest, tee our arms out to the side, and find a scorpion kick. Up and over. I can bring the opposite hand in for support. And switch, going the other way. Bring this hand in for support. Okay, from there, we're going to find neutral position. We're going to cactus the arms or field goal post the arms. Find a press up, keeping the low back and the glutes completely relaxed. All the way down, press into a child's pose. Just stay with me here. We're going to do this a few times so you'll get a rhythm for it. We're going to drive a knee forward. Left or right, it doesn't matter. We're going to rotate. Plant the hand. We'll switch legs. Keeping the entire foot down, sinking into the hips. Rotating. Planting the hand. Walking the knee back, and we're going to start over from the top. Okay, downward dog. Tuck the toes, active in the fingertips, knees stay bent. Pedal out the feet. Lower to the knees, all the way to the chest. Tee the arms out to the side. Scorpion kick. With an option for a quad stretch here. Okay, don't need to, but if you have the motion, you can grab your foot just like I did here for a quad opener. And slowly release as we switch to the opposite side. Or you can just find a hip stretch just like this. Relaxing the head to the mat if possible. Come to neutral. We're going to cactus the arms. Keep the low back and glutes relaxed as we press up, keeping the hips on the ground or on the mat. Exhale down, child's pose. Inhale, right or left leg forward. Sink into the hips as we rotate. Plant, walk the foot back. Plant the opposite foot, sink into the hips. Rotate. Plant, walk the foot back. Let's do that one more time, okay? Downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out. Keep working to extend into the knees now to really open up the hamstrings, staying active in the fingertips. Remember that. Elbows should not flare. Elbows should hug in towards the rib cage. That's where I have a lot of strength. Lower down to the knees, all the way to the chest. Tee the arms out, last scorpion. And switch. And come to neutral. Let's cactus the arms. Press up. Nice back bend. Exhale down. Inhale to child's pose. Stay here for the exhale. Let's drive a one leg forward as we sink into the hips and rotate. Okay. Also a variation here. If you want, you can sink into the hips without rotating. Hook here and find what we call a bind. Spiraling open the chest. Slowly unwind. Plant both hands. Bring the opposite leg outside of the foot. So my right leg's here. My right arm is going to sink. Left arm comes around the spine. Maybe I can hook the fingers. Spiral open the chest, looking up towards the sky. Breathing and staying relaxed as tension tries to build. Slowly release. Plant both knees and hands to the mat and move on. Okay, we're going to inhale the left arm up into the sky. Exhale, we're going to send it all the way down and through, coming to my shoulder. Now I can sink my hips back to find more balance here. Just relax. Let's go one more breath. Inhale the arm back up. Exhale, plant the hand. We'll stay, okay? Spiral out the right wrist as we inhale the arm up into the sky. Exhale, we'll send it all the way through. Shoulder, ear, head come to the mat. Again, I can shoot my hips back for more support to stay balanced. Inhale that arm up. Exhale, plant the hand. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Spiral out the left wrist, inhale it up. Exhale, send it all the way through. Reach, 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 reach across, and then sink. Inhale up. Exhale, plant the hand. Last time, other side. Spiral out the wrist, inhale it up. Exhale, send it through, 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 through. Relax. Inhale up. Exhale, plant the hand. And we're going to find a simple seat, okay? So I'm here. Legs are crossed. I'm going to sit up nice and tall. Walk the hands forward and sink. Okay, from here, I can bring my right hand across my body. Other hand's going to come behind my head as I open up towards the sky. We'll do that 3 times. Inhale, open up. Exhale, drop. One more time. Inhale, open up. Exhale, drop. We'll switch hands. Inhale, open up. Exhale, drop. Inhale, open up. Exhale, drop. One more time. Inhale, open up. Exhale and release. Okay, from here, let's straighten both legs. Sit up nice and tall as we walk the hands down the legs and find a double leg hamstring stretch. Drop and tuck the chin. Don't worry about where you get. Maybe you get to your toes. Maybe you're stuck here at the knees or the shins. Just relax the head down. From there, sit up. Walk your hands behind you and point your hands behind you. And then open up the chest. 3 breaths here. One more. Exhale, let's fold one more time, hamstring stretch. Walk the hands. Maybe we get to our feet. Maybe we're stuck at the ankles, and just breathe. And one more time, walk those hands back. You can walk them back a little further this time maybe. Hands point behind you, chest opens up. Gaze comes to the ceiling. I can point the toes if I really want to get a full stretch here. One more breath, trying to keep the ears away from the shoulders. Exhale, relax. Let's cross those legs one more time. We'll drop that right forearm. Let's open up. And you might notice here doing the second time after those shoulder and hamstring stretches that you have a little bit more mobility as you rotate. And open up one more. Exhale, relax. Let's switch. Other hand comes to the ground. Inhale, open up. We exhale down, just following your own breath. Inhale, open up. Exhale down, last time. Inhale, open up. Exhale down. Okay, from here, we're gonna come back to our prone position, okay? Top of the push-up stance, my right knee is gonna come in between my hands. I'm gonna drop into a pigeon pose, okay? So I'm gonna just sink here over the leg, and you should get a nice stretch on the outside of the hip. If you're not feeling a stretch, walk this foot forward more and sink, and you will get a stretch in your hip, okay? If you have any discomfort in the knee, the foot needs to come back under the body. We sit up tall and we fold over the leg. We're gonna be here for about 30 seconds. Okay, we're slowly gonna bring this leg out to the side of our body, so it's at a 90-degree angle, and I'm just gonna sink all the way to my chest. My right leg's out to the side, I'm gonna look to the left. And just open the hips here for a minute. Slowly push yourself back up. Bring the left leg to the middle of the body. Find pigeon on this side, sinking into the hips. Slowly gonna kick this leg out to the side. And what I'm trying to do here is create as much space between my groin and my knee as possible to open up my groin. Okay, and I can look the opposite way. And if you have a sweatshirt or even a shoe or something that you can put under your knee, you can increase the range of motion of the stretch. So I'd slide something here, so now my hip can sink deeper towards the ground. We'll be here for another 15 seconds. One more breath. Slowly come out of this position, press ourselves back up to a 4-point stance. And the last thing we're gonna do is called puppy dog pose, okay? So we're gonna keep the hips over the knees. We're gonna walk our hands forward about 10 to 12 inches. Sink into the middle of the back. Inhale, walk those hands back nice and strong. We'll do that one more time. Walk those hands all the way forward. Take a little further this time. Sink the chest towards the ground, keeping the hips stacked above the knees. Deep breaths into the ribs. Let's go 2 more breaths. One more breath. And walk those hands back. Nice and controlled. And that's all we got. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day.